Coming off of U.S. Olympic trials, you got four Gamecocks total going, representing several different countries. Talk about the four that you've got from your program that are going to Rio, and what it means to have that group competing on the biggest stage.
We're always excited about being able to represent our country and to have kids that represent their country. It's a testament to the University of South Carolina, to our coaches, and to our training staff, and to our weight room, and all of those things add together so that the athlete can reach the ultimate goal. And the Olympics is the ultimate goal for anyone that's in an Olympic sport. And those that are not in Olympic sports, it's unfortunate, that a football player can't be in the Olympics because you can't understand the experience. Michael Jordan and them couldn't until they pros got a chance to come to the Olympic Games, to where the dream team experienced something. When you talk about Magic Johnson and those guys, they did not realize what it was like. And even your first one, you may grow to a point of being like LeBron James and have had it all. After he's been through it, Kobe going through it. So those athletes had that experience of being at the Olympic Games. It's the most thrilling. Every party in the world should be a part of the Olympic Games. And I feel sorry for citizens and people who haven't had the opportunity to be involved. So when we have four athletes that take the banner of Gamecocks, it thrills me. But to go to Olympic trials and have 10 or 12 others that had an opportunity to try to do that, and to have kids in Nigeria that are here training with us have a chance to try to make the Olympic team, and to have people in Finland try to make the Olympic Games, because that is the ultimate way. You got a country being banned from the Olympic Games, where all the athletes are just so upset, and the magnitude that people went to try to be the Olympic gold medalists. This is a process that has driven 90% of the world knows that the Olympic Games, and to have an Olympic participant. Governments elect Olympic athletes to the highest level in their government. If you talk about Sergei Buka, a pole vaulter from Russia, is a part of the federal government. And so you have those kind of things that exist all around the world. So it's a thrilling experience. I'm glad that we've got four athletes involved from four nations from here.
You mentioned it, but just the fact that I believe you had 10 at U.S. trials and then a couple other from around the world. What does that say about the program, and how much recognition does that give you to be able to have so many people that at least compete for a spot in the Olympics?
Well, I think for us over the years, we've been able to overcome a lot of obstacles for athletes who came here with really the aspiration of a great degree. What's greatest for me, for the athletes that are there, that all of those athletes are college graduates. Johnny Dutch is a college graduate. And when you say Tiffany Ross Williams is a college graduate, when you say LaShanda Demas or you say Jason Richardson, they're all the fine young persons that came to the University of South Carolina and attained first a college degree. So we didn't have anybody that was involved in any one of the trials around the world that is not someone that they say attended college. They're college graduates. So they have something other than the Olympics. The Olympics just is a combination of being a college graduate and having a gift. And so these persons take that to the next level. And that has been without having a great facility and the kind of support that many other schools have had for their kids. These kids here overcome some obstacles. And right now, Carolina is getting one of the finest athletic track and field facilities in the country. So I'm thrilled. That I think what that says is that you need some stuff to be great. But if you are in a great environment with great people, people make champions. Right now, we're in a fast world, instant. And so hard work and overcoming obstacles is not apropos. At this time, people are not, this generation, this new age is, hey, I want my award and I want it now, and the efforts to put in to get the award. So it's very difficult now to recruit without special things that are instant. But this group of persons have not been through the instant. They've been through the hard work and the grinds of putting in the kind of efforts it takes to get to the Olympic Games. And so that's what it says to me. I'm just thrilled that maybe, I think in the longest run, that others will return to the style of what you call the old school. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. But, you know, we want to get some of the greatest talent, and it worked hard. We're not going to stop being hard workers at Carolina. We just in a new recruiting era because our athletes that go to the Olympic game give us something to brag about. Not because of, but despite of, these athletes made it to the Olympic Games. And we hope that Natasha Hastings and the same that happens for the other 4, that they all make the Olympic finals. So that we can say hard work beats talent. But when you give talent equal access to facilities, weight rooms, and training rooms, and locker rooms, then that means talent can work hard and be superior to everybody else in the world. Because I feel like the Carolina has the people factor. Now I've got a chance to have the facility factor.
You're heading down to Texas pretty soon to start the road to Rio yourself as a member of the United States coaching staff, and obviously that'll carry you through all the way to the Olympic Games in Rio in August. For you personally, what does that experience mean to you? It hasn't happened yet, I know, but just to be on the staff, I know it has got to be a great thrill for you.
You know, this is a career thing. When I first started this, it was just to get a chance to be the college coach at a local university, and that was my admiration. It was never to be able to make a difference in lives, and I tried to make as big a difference as I possibly. I never dreamed that a small town guy from vast North Carolina could get all the way to the Olympics, to be able to get a passport to leave the country, to be able to meet the President of the United States of America, to take kids to places that you dream about and you look at in books. I never dreamed of that. So the excitement, some say you're 64 years old, Coach. You got to be winding down. No, I'm winding up. I'm thrilled to death at this opportunity. The day I wear the USA blue, proud. I didn't get a chance to serve in Vietnam or to go to Iraq. This is my opportunity to serve my country, and I've been doing this now for the last 20 years. Carolina gave me an opportunity as a head coach to be selected. If I didn't get to Carolina, my highest level I could have got selected would have been possibly the assistant coach of maybe lesser than the Olympic team, under 20 team, the 23 team. Coach D has worked all the way to being a head coach as a world championship. Those are difficult things to do if you're not at a major university and a major coach, head coach at the university. This is a big deal for me, and I think I'm trying to be a role model for other young coaches to have something to aspire to, because it's difficult to get the recognition or the pay. If you're doing track and field for pay, then you need to get in another arena. But what you can do is along the way start helping enough people reach their dreams, and hopefully you can become an Olympic coach. And that's what I hope I have been a role model to others to be. Don't give up on a deal. Don't run for just money. Give kids what they need, and then if you have the gift and the talent, then somebody identify it and you get a chance to be the Olympic coach.
What are your expectations for the 4 Gamecocks going? I know you'll be doing your own thing down there, but just, what are you looking for?
Oh, gosh. Janelle last year was 7th in the world. And I would like to see her, get back to that. 7th in the world championship, and to get to the point where she's there and rise above it. Carrie is breaking her nation record from Barbados, and I'd like to see Carrie get through the semifinals into the finals. That's incredible. That's the first step that you get to. And then the rookie, the freshman, we got Abrams. She is so happy to be on the Olympic team. Her first outing after the NC2A, where she finished 9th, was a whole second slower at her trials than it was at the NCs. I think her thrilled to just be a participant. And I talked to her the other day about her work, and don't participate. try to get in, but it's hard to get a youngster. Every time I've had a youngster, all the way to Johnny Dutch or Tasha, I think the people around them are more thrilled about it, and they are thrilled about the ceremony, walking and having the uniform and being in the village with the big girls and to be a part. You know, it's hard to not read the clippings and understand, oh God, I think this is kind of really large for a 19-year-old to go to the Olympic Games. You know, and some people, there's going to be on the USA team, the youngest Olympian there at 16 years old. And so to walk into the stadium, 100,000 people, and every nation in the world, probably 1% of the nations won't be represented in the Olympic Games in some way or other, and to be in a parade, to go around, this is going to be for that poor young lady. She just don't understand when the eagles fly and when all the ceremonies go. Oh, it's going to be just a tearjerker for her, and everybody's in these fancy little dressed up outfits that are special for their teams and countries. It's a phenomenal feeling to be and realize that you're only one of 7,000 people that getting a chance to participate in this. Of 1 billion of people in the world, you're one 7,000 person that's getting a chance to be on, to shake hands with the gymnastics and to see the swimmers and those kind of things that you see on TV. It'll be phenomenal. And to see the Williams sisters, for her, she'll probably be running around trying to get autographs and take pictures. But for Tasha Hastings, you know, she's been that step. And I remember her first Olympics. I was with her. I mean, she went through that, and everybody else had the expectations because she had the time. She had run 49.70, and she was one of the top-ranked people in the world. Come out of college at Carolina, she's highly recognized, and her pressures were different because her name had been in sport for so long. She had made world teams since the time she was 16. So they thought she had grown to that age, but to be at 21, it still hadn't hit her, but the pressure did, expectations, and she didn't handle those things well. Now I see her as a 29-year-old. So getting autographs is not going to be what she's doing. She'll be focused. She'll be in her room. She won't be running around to visit other nations. She won't be trading pins. She won't be wearing, trying to bring over some hats from the USA to trade. You know, in that era, that's what you do. You get all your clothes extra. You trade them with other countries. You come back so you can train with your college teammate, and you can have on Australia. And those kind of things. But she's done that. As you say, been there, done that. So the two to see 1 quarter miler who's at the beginning at 19, and to see one that's there that's American, top 3 in America, should make the finals. So Tasha's expectations is to make the finals, and to not let the awesomeness of it overcome her. And I think being she is a Trinidadian American Jamaican. Her expectations. She's got support from 3 nations. But lots of those people are going to come to Brazil to support her with her family, but they won't distract her as they have done in the past.
Coach, I know everybody at Carolina is proud of you and proud of our athletes. Best of luck to you and to them, and we look forward to seeing you after Rio.
Hey, I look forward to being back. I want to come back to the Gamecocks, ready to take on East Carolina and get in that stadium and cheer, and then get back and move the Gamecocks up that ladder, and next year try to get our team into the top 10 nationally and get out of the number 11 in the conference meet. And so those are things that will be on my mind as I watch other kids and make friends with other nations and see can I get some extraordinary talent that comes. So I'll be working for the Gamecocks at the same time as I'm representing the University of South Carolina. I'll be representing the United States and the University of South Carolina. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Coach.